You remember the greatest scandalous,
Which one?
the greatest betrayal.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu.
Sure, sure.
Now, what's up with now Floyd, this guy Fikile Mbalula saying, Floyd and Julius could be working with JC.
I think it's not far from what we once said before here.
Yeah.
You remember when it was announced that Floyd is leaving, we
Yeah.
thought this whole thing is a pre-planned thing.
Yeah.
It's more like go and manage the MK until it is able to establish itself and able to stand on itself. And then later on, we are going to merge. If we don't merge, we're still going to remain one thing, but contest the election independently, where if the MK wins, we know it's a win for the EFF. If the EFF win, we know it's a win for the MK. But I don't think so, bro.
Like
I don't think
like
it's a plan
what's
anymore.
what's confusing me right now is it's Fikile Mbalula is saying, because there could be some truth in it,
Sure.
but then now what I'm looking at it is what Ramaphosa said the other week when it
Sure.
was like Jacob Zuma will remain a member of the ANC until he dies.
Yes.
So now right now you're looking at it, could this be maybe a strategy maybe from the EFF, MK,
Sure.
to oust, maybe you know, like almost like the ANC, that there's a coup. You know,
Sure.
they believe maybe there's a coup, because right now what the ANC is not what maybe the majority of the black people
Sure.
want it to be.
Sure.
So
Sure.
maybe they believe in Corona until that one is ousted.
Yeah.
The ANC, MK, and EFF will come back and be one again to rule the nation. What do you think about that?
We're saying at some point it feels like we're gonna have the guys who left the EFF coming back into
All of the ANC.
yeah. I mean, you think yeah, obviously it's gonna come to that at some point. As much as maybe you said you're quoting Jacob Zuma saying he said he's gonna be a member of the ANC until he dies.
Also, Ramaphosa said that too.
Which is true, which is what Jacob Zuma stands for. And the mere fact that Zuma started a political party is not necessarily because at some point he's not going to want to merge the two into becoming one. Because remember, MK party was a right-wing arm of the ANC.
sure.
So meaning that the MK, as we see them, they're still a right-wing party to the ANC, but it's just that now they are not in agreement with the current leadership. Let's say after Cyril Ramaphosa, we are to have a radical economic leader in the ANC who believes in the ideologies that Zuma believes in. It's gonna be easier for them. Meaning that if we are to have another coalition in the next election, let's say maybe for example that guy Supra Mahoma Pelo is to become president in the ANC. If it happens, I don't know if
looks
it's ever
like
gonna
it's him.
happen. No, it doesn't look like it's him, but if it happens, that guy and Zuma are like this.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have a problem with Zuma. So if Nkosazana Dlamini is to contest after Cyril and win, Zuma won't have a problem working with Nkosazana. So it will still be ANC MK.
Okay.
Then they will still lead. They won't even need the EFF in there.
Yeah. So, but what if Fikile Mbalula wins? The outcome would the outcome be? Fikile Mbalula looks more likely to want to be merging with the DA.
I think yes, that is a possibility, but it's in some way the thing is about Mbalula right now. You don't even know what he stands for. You don't even know what his principles are. You don't even know if he's to be president, what's the first thing he's gonna do. Nobody has an idea whether he's gonna push to work with the EFF, whether he's gonna push to work with the MK, whether he's gonna push to work with the DA. You are not sure because I don't even think even himself when he sits down, he's that kind of leader who says, these are my principles. I believe in this. And
that's my problem with him, because he doesn't look like someone the country wants to be led by. He doesn't look like he has a backbone. Doesn't look like he has anything to stand on. We don't know his principles. You understand? I just feel like.
But does he have them though? Does Mbalula have any principles? Political principles where you can say this is the kind of leader we're gonna have, because what I know is if we are to have Lesufi Panyaza as a president, he's gonna push for black radicalism He's gonna push to the emancipation of black people. He's gonna push for equality within the education sector. He's gonna push for equality within the healthcare system, where he will try to make sure that white people and black people are either having access to the same healthcare or education system. Where even at some point he was saying, I don't see it important for those ones who are writing the IEBC, the independent,
Yeah.
this thing that they write,
Whatever it is,
the
yeah,
private
sure.
schools,
Yeah, sure.
independent schools, that it needs to be different from the public school. We need to at some point match the two systems, make sure that even those who are in the independent sector, in terms of matric, and those ones who are in the public schools, write the same paper, are tested the same way, the education system is the same. So we know the kind of leader we can have in Panyaza.
Yeah.
But Mbalula, what does it stand
Nah,
for?
the thing is, me, I have totally lost faith in the ANC. Like, I feel like anybody who's gonna be leading us is just gonna be a puppet from the ANC. Like, I just feel like we need a breath of new air. And today is something that I don't trust. The ANC, it's I've totally lost faith in it. Like, I don't see a genuine leader to lead the country in the ANC.
Some people are saying, as much as maybe she is kind of like distanced herself from politics or the ANC in general, some people are pointing out, because I saw some comments, someone was saying, I think I would vote for an ANC of Naledi Pandor. What do you think of her?
And Naledi Pandor is dope. Ish. Yeah, like, you see, with Naledi Pandor, you could give it a try. Yeah, you understand. Yeah, like, she looks like she has a standpoint. She has a backbone. She has what do you call, a foundation she stands on.
Sure.
Not like these niggas that are just popping up. All these new names, bro. Like, telling me about whoever, bro. Like, 10 years before today, were they relevant in the political sphere? We weren't really knowing about them.
I think that is.
They're only surfacing because there's no real genuine leader in the ANC.
I think it's something that we're also supposed to blame the old generation in the ANC. The old generation in the ANC is, if you check, they failed to produce capable young leaders. I think they had them, but then they were quick to throw them out. Because this was now where we are supposed to say Julius Malema is next in line to lead the ANC. Floyd Shibambu is next in line to lead the ANC. But then what did they do?
They chased them out. Yeah.
And those ones who remained behind, they no longer have a voice. Like, they just became additions. Ronald Lamola.
Everybody
he just became a nobody in the ANC.
Bro, we see Ronald Lamola, but like, no one wants him to be president. He's good there, wherever he is, in the cabinet, wherever it is. Sure. But no, bro, nobody wants to be led by Ronald Lamola. Sure. What are you talking about?
Sure. And, still talking about leading, bro, have you seen the outrage that is online between the South African Zulus and the Zulus in New Orleans?
Zulus in New Orleans?
Yeah.
What are you trying? This nigga, you talking about Zulus in New Orleans?
I'm telling you.
What? What?
Go on Twitter now.
You crazy, my nigga.
It's trending number 1.
Zulus in New Orleans. What do you do?
Let me fill you in.
Yeah.
So, there was a parade in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And then this parade is some people wearing some clownish clothes and having painted their face in a certain way. And then they call it a Zulu parade. Okay, cool.
What?
Zulu parade.
It's people from New Orleans.
New Orleans, yes.
White people or black people?
I don't know, but mostly looks like it's black, because
Okay,
most of them have painted their face. So here's the thing. So the Zulus in South Africa then were alerted, or they became aware of this parade. When you check, it's the total opposite of what the Zulus stand for. what the Zulus think their tribe or their people are supposed to look like, because those guys look like clowns. They've painted their face, they're wearing some clownish. So now there's a feud between the Zulus in New Orleans and the Zulus in South Africa.
No, but like, what the fuck, bro?
You see them?
Oh boy, they are fucking with us.
Those are the Zulus in New Orleans, bro.
Fuck, boy. So they're parading Zulus as clowns in Europe.
They're saying they have their own people who are referred to as Zulus in New Orleans, because here's book, it says that the Zulus in the New Orleans refer to Aid and Pleasure Club. It's a prominent American organization.
It's a club. Yeah. Or the Zulu Nation.
Yes.
No, so you know, but motherfuckers,
then,
bro.
Cool. Let's go on. It was founded in 1909. The club emerged from a group of laborers known as the Tramps, who were inspired by a vaudeville skit titled "There Never Was and Never Will Be a King Like Me," featuring characters portraying the Zulu tribe from South Africa. The skit, performed a Pythian temple theater, sparked the idea of a new Mardi Gras Krewe that would celebrate African heritage in a unique way. So they say the Zulu Social Aid Pleasure Club made its first appearance as Zulus during the Mardi in 1909, with William Story as the inaugural king. So they have their own king, wearing a lard, a can crown, wielding a banana stalk scepter, and playful nod. Okay, initially marched on foot, blah blah blah.
Bro, once you said inspired, they all lost me. They are copycats of like, I don't even know, bro. They just designed something to trash a black culture.
Sure.
So it's just the Americans trying to trash an African culture, because ain't no way watakhuluma Dengeswayo, Ngungunyano, whoever. But they're just gonna talk about Shaka Zulu because the most famous African king, and they're just trying to disrespect us, bro. That's how I'm taking it. Like, why don't they fucking make an English prince a clown? Yeah, a French king a clown.
Bro, the way they were, it's clownish.
Yeah, bro, look at this. I see this.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in Africa we're wearing berets, bro.
So imagine now, that's how they're portraying the Zulu culture in America. Someone saying, okay, fine, these guys have been doing this since 1909. It has
1909.
1909, yeah. How many years are this?
Like, bro.
A decade.
Yeah, but my problem is because right now we just recognize it, that they are using the Zulu nation. It's like what they say in the Bible. Don't use the word of God in whatever. So like right now they just using the Zulu word because there's a Zulu nation. They're just using it to trash it, bro. Because like it's like, bro, all of them, they are all clowning. Look at this. They are all clowning.
Yeah, bro, I see them. Some of them look like they.
And how the fuck are they? Because right now, if these guys they become more famous than the Zulu tribe,
So
the whole world will look at the Zulu nation as these clowns.
Hey, and the Zulus are not heavy. The South Africans.
Yeah, I'm a pig now. They must go that side and yeah.
No, it's worse. It's worse.
There's
some bacon. Where the guys in America, for in New Orleans, are saying, "Come on, this thing has been around for 100 years. Why are you guys complaining?" And they're like, "No, man. You can't portray us like that."
Yeah,
man.
bro. So whoever was doing it was just trashing us in closed doors.
Hey.
That's what the niggas gonna say.
Hey.
Your guys were just trashing us without us knowing.
Yeah, ne?
You heard about us. You don't even know who you are. You heard about us and you start trashing us as clowns.
Hey, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And going back to that case here.
Yeah, I like the Zulu trend though. Yeah.
Parade.
No, not the Zulu parade. The trend where every girl don't wear no underwear. They be dancing. Just saying key to
Where do
say.
you get the part that they don't wear underwear?
Majority of it, majority of it, like 80%, bro. I've been seeing people doing like hish. Hey, bro, like one leg up. Now I'm seeing things, bro. I'm seeing pretty flowers. Seeing pretty flowers. Yeah, bro, I've been seeing like, when was it? The whole of yesterday and the day before, bro. I'm just seeing reel after reel, bro.
Sure.
and they're doing things, boy. So shout out to the Zulu nations, man.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing. It's Zulu.
Yeah,
boy.
But then now, I mean, I don't agree with Fikile, bro. I don't agree with him to the extent where, yes, the MK has a plan to come and work with the EFF and all the other progressive parties, but Julius Malema just doesn't want to take it. Julius Malema is saying, fuck that, I'm no longer going to work with you guys. I don't want to work with you. We can't work as much as maybe we both saying we want to liberate black people. But what you guys did to me by taking Floyd.
No, why, bro? Like, I feel like, nah, him taking that, bro, is like the worst decision he could take, because, like, that just totally isolates him. Now, how that isolates him is that either he now falls in line with the ANC or the DA.
But here he is now voting with the DA in Parliament against the VAT hike. I mean, there he is in Parliament voting with the DA, and he's even about to take the government to over the VAT hike that has been. There was a framework that was debated in Parliament after being delivered by the Minister of Finance. So the framework had to be debated and voted for. Either it is to be adopted or not adopted. And here's the thing. A lot of people maybe are not aware that there was a 30-day grace period that was given after the budget has been proposed. So if you propose a budget, it has to be either adopted or rejected within the next 30 days. And if the budget is not by the parliament, members of parliament, if the budget is not accepted, it is rejected, then we might even go for an early re-election, because it means it nullifies everything that we voted for. Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Like
that one. Yeah.
Re-elections, choosing for the next president.
Yes.
Because the budget doesn't.
Yes. It somehow nullifies like everything that people have voted for. It nullifies that the term that we are about to go to. I mean, obviously, we elected a president, then there's a term. It means that everything becomes void. I'm not sure of it, but I saw it somewhere.
So now, we good?
Yeah, so I was saying, hence it ended up with the ANC having to go out of the GNU to work with parties like Action SA. There are also some other small parties that had to join in order for the ANC to have that 51% to pass the budget.
Yeah.
They almost didn't pass the budget.
Yeah.